Welcome to Variant One Shot. I'm not sure if I said it on the show before, but one of my favorite titles from DC's Rebirth line has easily been Flash, written by Josh Williamson, who's also doing the upcoming Justice League vs. Suicide Squad story. Anyway, one of the things people are liking most about the Flash series is the new mysterious speedster, Godspeed. And what's hilarious about that is that he's only had brief cameos and teases in the book up until issue 6, which was released this past Wednesday. But despite the fact that we didn't know much about him besides that he kills speedsters and steals their speed, has a cool costume and epic name, he was still an instant hit amongst fans, me being one of those fans. And because the idea and concept of Godspeed was so cool, a lot of you guys were tweeting to me and commenting, telling me talk about him on the show. But again, before this past week's issue, there wasn't anything really to say about him besides what I said a second ago. He kills speedsters, steals their speed, has a cool costume, and an epic name. But as of issue 6, we now know his origin and who the man is behind the mask. But before I explain Godspeed's origin to all of you, just know there's gonna be major spoilers for issue 1 through 6 of the Flash title. So if you don't want the storyline spoiled for you in any way or wanna know who Godspeed is, this is your chance to turn off the video. So again, spoilers galore beyond this point. Now for those of you who've already read the story or just don't care, let's continue. It all started when a Speed Force storm popped up over Central City, turning people into speedsters. One of the first people to get struck by the lightning is one of Barry's colleagues and good friend, August Hart. August is actually the person who found Barry in his lab after his accident way back when. While August is going after a criminal organization called the Black Hole, who he thinks can lead him to his brother's murderer, Billy Parks, he gets struck by lightning from the Speed Force storm, which of course gives him superpowers. Flash decides to train him on how to use his super speed, and he quickly becomes Flash's new partner. We also find out while Barry is training him that August knows that Barry is the Flash. Flash forward a little bit, all of a sudden another Speed Force storm hits, turning a crap ton of other people into speedsters. So Barry also starts to train them at Star Labs. But we soon find out that there's a new mysterious speedster serial killer named Godspeed who's killing these speedsters and stealing their speed. He even does this to Barry's new girlfriend Mina, who recently got super speed. Barry soon goes to talk to Arris West to see if she can help him figure out who Godspeed is. She says during his last attack, there was one person he killed that wasn't a speedster. Barry asks for the victim's name, which is Billy Parks. Which leads us to the big reveal, friends. Godspeed is Barry's good friend, August Hart. When Barry confronts August, he says, "I took a criminal off the streets, and the others were just wasting their powers." Basically, he's saying he did what the law couldn't do, caught his brother's murderer and killed him. As for the other speedsters, well, like he said, he just thinks they're wasting their powers, which obviously pisses Barry off. There's a lot more awesome dialogue between the two of them, like really good dialogue, but I don't want to spoil that, so you'll have to read the issue to get the full effect. But there's one more thing I have to mention. At the very end of the issue, Barry asks, "How did you do it? You were with me when the speedsters were killed." To which Godspeed reveals that he's so much faster than Barry that he can be in 2 places at once, which blew my mind because Barry always wished he could do that, so to give his villain that power is a brilliant dynamic. Now that's all we know of Godspeed thus far, so if something changes in future issues, just know this was shot before then as of issue 6. In summary though, you guys have to read issue 6 and the whole Flash Rebirth series thus far to get the full effect. You will not regret it. Godspeed is shaping up to be an awesome Flash villain, and he's definitely on his way to be one of my favorite Flash villains. And I just have to say, my boy Josh Williamson is doing the Lord's work. I cannot wait to see what you have coming next. This Flash series has been great thus far.